Waco, American Apocalypse is a three-part series that delves into the true events of the 51-day bloody siege in Waco, Texas, in 1993. The cult leader and his followers built an army of God by stockpiling illicit weapons in preparation for the apocalypse. In their eyes, this day came when the federal government raided the compound, surrounding those inside, including Koresh. Warning: this article contains spoilers from Waco, American Apocalypse. David Koresh, initially Howell, was mostly raised by his grandparents who were avid churchgoers. When he was older, David tried to pursue his dreams of becoming a rock star in Los Angeles but returned to Texas when it didn't work out. He went on to join Branch Davidians, a religious group whose leaders claim they were messiahs and focused on the apocalyptic prophecy. It was in 1990 that he changed his name to Koresh, and after attempting to kill the Branch Davidians' leader, he became the leader himself and stated he was a prophet. Nicola Sturgeon squirms as she's challenged on resignation under his leadership. Koresh included the practice of spiritual weddings where he described the right to bed God-chosen female followers of all ages. He went on to father a number of children with several members of the cult, other than his legal wife, Rachel Jones. A former member explained to ABC News that he truly believed he was on a mission from God. They explained, his message changed over the years because he was always looking for the next big thing to teach that would shock people into listening to him. It was important for David Koresh to isolate the group from the world because the world is an influence that is constantly pulling and distracting you from the message. Where is cult leader David Koresh now? The Waco siege took place in 1993 when the government raided a Texas compound after reports that the Branch Davidians were violating federal firearms regulations. Almost 1,000 law enforcement officials surrounded the building, which led to a 51-day standoff between the police and the cult. There were some promising moments during this time as they sent out some children to safety in exchange for food and various other supplies. Unfortunately, the siege didn't end peacefully, with a number of deaths occurring at the compound. Don't miss. Sally Nugent snaps "Let me finish" as she grills Sadiq Khan. Reaction: Vera Sadin Healy star quits ITV series after 8 years. Cast: Lucifer's Leslie Ann Brandt sparks frenzy with peak at TWD spin-off. Explainer: Koresh himself, who was 33 at the time of the horrific event, was killed during the siege. The details surrounding the exact cause of death are unknown, but it has been reported that he died after sustaining a gunshot wound to the head. He was far from the only one to have lost their life, with around 80 people, including cult members, children and government officials, dying during this period of hostility. On the final day of the siege, a roaring fire engulfed the compound, which also killed several people. The description for the docuseries reads: this immersive 3-part Netflix documentary series is the definitive account of what happened in Waco, Texas, in 1993 when cult leader David Koresh faced off against the federal government in a bloody 51-day siege. Released to coincide with the 30th anniversary of this national tragedy, the series is directed by acclaimed filmmaker Tiller Russell, Night Stalker, and features exclusive access to recently unearthed videotapes filmed inside the FBI Crisis Negotiation Unit, as well as raw news footage never released to the American public and FBI recordings. The documentary, according to the streamer, is driven by intimate and revealing interviews with people from all sides of the conflict, including one of David Koresh's spiritual wives, the last child released from the compound alive, a sniper from the FBI hostage rescue team, the FBI Crisis Negotiation Unit chief, The key journalists covering the story, as well as members of the ATF tactical team who watched their colleagues die in the shootout against members of the religious sect. Waco, American Apocalypse premieres on Wednesday, March 22, on Netflix.
Now take